Hi everybody! Happy February! Long time no see. Who's here with me? Brooke is here, Andy is here, Kelsey is here. Hello, hello, hello. Let me move you back a little bit here. What's up? What's hot? What's new? I'm so glad to be here with you guys. I feel like it's been forever since we had a chance to hang out. What's new, guys? Happy snowy Tuesday to you all. We are here to make a felt wall hanging, you guys. This is gonna be so easy. I did do some of the steps ahead of time for you because the top, I can't see the top. There we go. The top needed to be glued. So I folded that over for you and glued that. Then I cut all of the strips for you because cutting fabric can be very difficult if you don't have a really sharp pair of scissors. So I kind of guessed that most of you would not. So I cut them for you. So let's see what's in our kit, shall we? So we have this, Stephen is here, hello! We have this dowel, that's what your banner is going to hang from, and then of course we have the banner, which is all rolled up. We just have to unroll it and straighten out the little stringies there. So everyone got like a different color and different colors of yarn that I gave you. Now my yarn is like, I have everything that was like left over from what I gave you. So you should have 3 different colors of balled up yarn, and then you'll have a like small piece of yarn. This is going to be what we hang it from. The rest of the yarn is going to be what we're going to make the tassels out of. So I will show you how to do all of that. Also, don't forget, in case any of you are new or if any of you need a reminder, hi Abby! You're going to want to put a sticker on your rewards card for attending today's program. Put a sticker on there every time you attend a program like this. And bring it in to redeem a prize every time you fill a row. If you fill the card, let me know. I'll get you a new one. Natalie is here. Hello, Natalie. Welcome. Who else are we looking for? Anna and Lexi, Grace, Isaac, Micah, Jude. Maybe they will be watching the replay. Jude says hi. Hey, hi, Jude. Okay, so I'm going to point you down so we can get started with this. Alrighty, so first thing we're going to do is just slide our dowel right through the loop on top like that. That's what it's going to hang from. And then this short piece of yarn, we're just going to tie on each end. And, you know, you just take a little bit. And we'll do a double knot. So we'll tie it once. And then we'll tie it again. And then we'll just do the same on the other side. And then you'll be able to hang this. You can hang it from your window, like the lock that's on the top of your window. You can hang it from that. You can hang it from a nail on the wall if you're allowed to do that. You can hang it from a doorknob. You can hang it from a light switch when the light is on, if you have the flippy switches. I'm just going to cut these ends off. You will need scissors when we get time to do the tassels. There we go. So now our project will hang. All right, you guys, this is so easy. I'm going to show it to you this way so it's right set up for you, but then I have to turn it, I might have to turn it around to do it. So all we're going to do, we're going to do 3 rows of ties going across this, and that's all it takes. So for the first row, we're going to take the first 2 strips, and we're just going to tie them. And we want it to be like not all the way at the top. We want to leave a little bit of a space. And then we will do the same thing with the next one. Tie it. And when you put that tie in, you just want to kind of make sure that it's at the same level. It looks messy at first. Don't worry about it. All right. And then the next 2. And we're just going to continue to do that all the way across, tying 2. Just once, making sure that it's basically at the same level. And mine might be even a little high because we're only doing 3 rows. And I want to kind of fill up there. I'm going to move it down just a little bit. I could always tighten it later if I needed to. There we go. Now I'll do the next 2. And the next 2 all the way across. So I don't know if you guys have ever heard of macrame, but this is kind of like beginning macrame. If you've ever seen like those rope plant holders that hang from the ceiling, and they, you know, have knots and they kind of like crisscross and they hold the plant, and then there's like usually a big tassel hanging from the bottom. That's macrame, tying all of those strings together to form knots and different designs. So that's kind of what this is. I did a mini macrame project for Halloween to hang either in my door or on my door or in a window. And I just used black yarn and I knotted a skull. And I just think that the yarn was not thick enough. I mean, I could see the skull, but only if it was like hanging in the window. I couldn't hang it on the wall. It wasn't really that noticeable. But it was a very easy pattern to follow. It just told you, you know, where you put the knots. So this is kind of like the beginning of that. A very simple version. One thing you want to do if you decide to ever make this at home, you know, these felt sheets you can get at the craft store, Joann Fabrics, Michaels, they all have them and they come in all different colors, or you can get a whole pack of them. When you cut the strips, you want to make sure that you have an even number. Obviously, because we just took 2 at a time, right? So, okay, so that's our first row. Has everyone got that so far? I'm actually, let's see. Yeah, no, that one's right. That one's right. It just looks like I knotted them differently. I want them all knotted the same way. I'm just going to fix this one. Okay, so for our second row, we're going to take the first one to the side and the last one to the side. So kind of just, you know, push them out of the way. Stephen's almost there. Yep, okay, no problem. You're not going to miss anything. Take your time because we're going to do the exact same thing now for the second row. The only difference is we're going to take 2 away. The first one and the last one. So now we have these 2 to tie together. And that's going to be kind of like right in between our first 2 knots. And then find your next 2. And I'm just going to continue doing that all the way across. Again, tying once. And oops, you want to leave a little bit of a space. You don't want the knots to be right on top of each other. There we go. So let's talk about what we have coming up. So next week is all of our woven art. 3 art projects woven. So 1 on a piece of burlap, 1 on a loom of popsicle sticks and string, the 3rd on a cardboard llama, which I think is fantastic. It's adorable. I can't wait to do that project. And I have to cut out more llamas. That's like the hardest part, cutting the llamas out of cardboard. But I do have, I know, at least enough supplies for 1 more kit. If you haven't registered yet, you can do so through the event on Facebook. And then we have a second woven art project coming in March, part 2. We're going to do a cup and a bowl. So that will be fun. At least they'll be a little functional. They can hold things. After woven art next week, we've got bookmaking. Those will also be 3 projects. A paper bag book, a little tiny book made out of index cards, and a zine, a book made out of just 1 sheet of paper. All right, I am down to my last 2 that I am knotting. All right. Now, again, it looks like a mess. Don't worry about it. Once we add the tassels, it'll give it a little bit of weight, and it will be fine. Now we do our last row, the 3rd row, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to take the last one away and the first one away. And we're going to tie 2 together. Miss Kendra accidentally knotted her half with 3 strands. What is Miss Kendra doing with her hands on this project? Miss Kendra. All right, so when we take, let me make sure this one, because now they're getting a little shorter, right? We're going to take 2, the first one and the last one away on the second row. And then knot the last 2. We're going to take the last row, I should say, not these first 2 here. Right? And you'll have like a really tiny short one. It's okay. And then knot the next 2. And these knots will end up right in the middle of the knots from the previous row. Just want that to stay down. And then knot the next 2. Miss Kendra is super jealous of this awesome craft. Well, feel free to make your own. Oops, my knot is coming undone here. Don't want that to happen. Stay. So I talked about woven art. I talked about bookmaking. Other things in March we have our rock wrapping. We are going to celebrate National Scribble Day. And we are going to make a sock bunny in March. I'm doing my last 2 because I'm going to leave this one out. And I know it probably looks like a knotted mess. But wait, it gets better. I'm going to bring these 2 that we put aside. I'm going to bring those down. Because now it's time to make the tassels that are going to finish off this project. And I'm going to bring those 2 down. Okay. I probably made mine a little too tight, a little too close together, but that's all right. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So we have 18 tassels to make. We are, let's see, you have 3 different colors, right? So to make a tassel, you're going to take one of those colors and you're going to wrap it around your hand 10 times. I gave you enough of each color yarn to make 6 tassels out of each color. So you would wrap around 10 times for one tassel and then make it, and then 10 times for another tassel. And in theory, my hands should be bigger than yours, so you should have more than enough. So let me demonstrate. Let's see. Let me try and find a piece. I think this looks like I might have enough. I have like all the scraps, so it may not be the same thing, the same length as what you guys have. So I'm going to just hold it, my thumb, the yarn with my thumb in the back of my hand, and I'm going to wrap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm getting a knot here. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, and I'm gonna cut my string there. And take it off your hands. And you cut one end of the loops. So we got a bunch of little pieces of yarn. You're going to take one of those pieces of yarn to tie. Take the other yarn, put it over, and we're going to use this to tie it up. Now, you can decide how you want to put your tassels on as far as your colors go. You want to do all one color, all of another color, and then all of the third color? Do you want to alternate? Do you want to go 2 by 2? It's up to you. So you can make them all at once and then tie them on if you'd like, or make and tie. So there's one tassel, and the way that you put it on is you just tie it to the end of your felt strips. Just like that. And then you have a tassel at the end. I'm going to move it to the front. There we go. And that's it, guys. That's how you complete the rest of this. So I'm going to make a couple more tassels with you here. We could talk about what's happening in April. So I'm going to wrap again. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Snip. Pull it off. Snip. Look, I got these little itty bitty short ones. That's okay. I'll use them. Take one away. Put the rest on top of the one. Tie it up. In April, we are doing a, have you ever heard of Wreck This Journal? It's a book, or Smash Books. I'm kind of combining the two, and I'm calling it Smash This Journal. So we're going to kind of make a Wreck This Journal / Smash Book in April. That will be during National Library Week. That is coming up. And I will also be doing beginner coding. And that is designed for ideally probably ages 10 and under. We're using Disney characters, Elsa, Anna, The Incredibles, Dory, Wreck-It Ralph, to learn about algorithms, conditionals, loops, bugs, with no technology, except the computer that you need to use to see my beautiful face. We're also going to be doing pipe cleaner animals. That's going to be a lot of fun, making some cute little animals out of pipe cleaners. And a miniature fairy garden at the end of the month. And let's wrap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Snip. Pull it off. Snip. So that's a preview of what's coming for March and April. We haven't even published those events yet. We're working on getting the newsletter out. Our printed newsletter will go out next week. If you're not on the mailing list, give us a call. Give us your address. We'll put you on. Then the events will be added to Facebook. And then our e-newsletter will go out. If you're not on that, give us a call, let us know, send us a Facebook message with your email address. We will be happy to put you on that. So for right now, all you can sign up for, if you haven't already, is the woven art next week and the bookmaking. Everything else will be coming soon. Oh, what happened here? I pulled out one of my strings. Oh, and I realized this morning I never posted a picture of my foam mandala. I was going to show you guys tonight. I put it out on the board, on our bulletin board. I snapped a picture, and then I got distracted, and I never posted it in the event. So I will get it for you and just show you before we say goodbye. How are your tassels coming out? These are kind of the colors that we go with in the library. Our logo is the lime green and the dark green. And then we use a little bit of orange. I'm sure you've seen our shelves. And I like purple with the rest of those two colors. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Jude says everything is good. That's what I like to hear. I'm sure yours looks better than mine trying to work it upside down. I think once I hang mine up, I will fiddle with it a little bit. Move this back so you can see what I'm doing. And it looks cool because all of the strips are kind of like different lengths. And so the tassels will hang at various lengths. Yeah, I do definitely need to fiddle with this a little bit. But I am liking how this part looks so far because the tassels are keeping the strip straight, so it's hanging nicely. I'll just have to fiddle with the rest of this when I put the rest of the tassels on. Okay, I'm gonna go get my foam mandala so I could show you and then say goodbye to you. All right, I only got a couple of your pictures that were posted, but here we go. Here's mine. An example of, what did we call this? Radial symmetry. So I was pretty happy with the way it came out. Very colorful. And the glue stick worked just fine. So if you haven't posted it, you can still do that. It doesn't have to be in the event. You can post it under the video that's still available on our Facebook page. I have an extra kit left here that is in the Take and Make basket now. So if you didn't sign up for that and you would like to complete it, there is one kit that's in the basket. So you can stop by and pick that up, take that home, and do our I Spy while you're here for a visit. On the bulletin board in the kids' room, I have a Valentine's Day themed I Spy with a list of things that you need to find. So you can check them off as you find them. And then I also have a place for like the answers there if you get stuck. But try and see if you can find as many as you can before you look at the answers. And then, you know, stop by and say hi to me. I miss you guys. I miss seeing your faces. We're going to have to do a Zoom event soon so I can say hi to everybody face to face. In any case, finish working on this. You can post a picture of this again in the event or underneath the video. Either is fine. I will try to remember to post mine this time. And I will see you guys again soon. Thank you so much for joining me again. And have a warm and cozy good night. Bye.